You are not betraying your past by healing. You are honoring the version of you that got you here while finally letting her rest. We do not talk enough about how addictive survival can become. When you have lived your life navigating chaos, being hyper-aware, people-pleasing, shape-shifting, or walking on eggshells, you learn to equate urgency with safety, movement with meaning, emotional suppression with peace. The mind becomes wired to brace for impact, so stillness feels like danger. And when healing starts to invite softness, clarity, or forward motion, you panic. Because if you are not surviving, who even are you? There is this subtle fear we do not always name, that if we stop being who we have always been, we'll lose everything. The relationships, the peacekeeping role, the strong one identity, but the truth is you are allowed to outgrow survival. And today, I want to give you permission to do just that. This is the part no one warns you about. Healing does not just bring peace, it brings grief. You grieve identities you built to protect yourself. You grieve the loyalty you felt to people who could only love you conditionally. You grieve the stories you told yourself to survive. And sometimes you grieve the version of you that held it all together when no one else did. That grief is real, but it is not betrayal. It is the natural funeral of who you had to be, so who you truly are can finally breathe. One of the biggest shifts in your healing journey will be the moment you no longer relate to survival. When you no longer need the chaos to feel productive. Use overgiving as a way to feel safe. Call emotional withdrawal being strong. See stillness as weakness. It is terrifying, but it is also where freedom begins. Because survival is reactive, but healing is intentional. You are allowed to choose joy before you have earned it. You are allowed to move on even if others are not ready. You are allowed to stop proving your pain to people who benefit from your silence. You are allowed to rest, create, and dream even if someone else taught you that was selfish. You are allowed to outgrow emotional labor. You do not have to be the one who always fixes, holds space, or smooths it all over. That role may have kept you safe in childhood. It may have helped you earn love, keep peace, and avoid punishment. But now, you are not in that dynamic anymore. You are allowed to let that role go, even if people do not like the change. You are allowed to stop the overgiving. Overgiving feels noble, selfless, kind, spiritual, even. But if it is coming from fear, not love, it is not healthy. If you are pouring from emptiness to prove your worth or avoid being a burden, that is survival. And you are allowed to put that version of you down now. You are allowed to leave behind the version of you that was safe. The version of you who made herself smaller to belong. The one who kept things light so no one walked away. The one who never asked for too much. She helped you survive. But you are not here to survive anymore. You are here to become. If you're carrying guilt for no longer participating in old cycles, if you're distancing yourself from relationships that only made sense when you were broken, if you have been outgrowing people, beliefs, or places you once loved deeply, it does not mean you are ungrateful. It does not mean you are abandoning anyone. It does not mean you are better than them. It just means you are returning to yourself. And that return may look like walking away. It may look like silence. It may look like joy that no one taught you how to hold. You are not betraying your past. You are releasing your need to stay there. So ask yourself this: what are you still carrying because it feels loyal, even though it is keeping you stuck? And is that loyalty costing you your peace, your creativity, your future? If the answer is yes, this is your permission to lay it down. You were never meant to survive forever. There is a life waiting for you beyond the struggle, and it begins the moment you stop asking permission to step into it. That is why I made the soul resistance decoder, because most of us are not stuck in strategy. We are stuck in survival. This free tool helps you name what is quietly asking to be released, even if it was once sacred, loved, or necessary. You do not have to hate it to let it go. You just have to know you have outgrown it. Free download in the description. If this spoke to you, drop a like or follow and let me know in the comments, what survival identity are you ready to outgrow? You were born for more than surviving, so let's rise, reflect, and remember together. Until next time, may your soul stay curious, your path stay sacred, and your truth rise like stardust. Keep decoding your destiny, one cosmic clue at a time.